Welcome back to another episode of Insights with Bunny Mac. My name is Vince, aka Bunny Mac. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode, another insight. Really enjoy having you here. I hope that you are getting value from this particular insights. Today I'm speaking about attributes that are extremely important in terms of your development, in terms of taking you from where you are to where you are capable of being. And these attributes are more than just a couple of nouns. They're values that you need to incorporate in your everyday life to make that fundamental changes in your life, to excel you, to push you past the difficulties, past the challenges that life will inevitably throw your way. Okay, what are these attributes and what are they all about? Well, we're basically speaking about perseverance and endurance. Whereas perseverance speaks to the ability to or the desire to keep on pushing no matter how difficult the situation is. And endurance is just basically saying the persistence of going on no matter how much factors are against you. And without these two attributes in your life, it's going to be very difficult for any of us to push past the challenges that we face on a day-to-day basis. And again, we're going to be using one Bible encounter in order to explain this, and we're also going to be looking at the coaching aspect of it. So after this particular video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the importance of perseverance and endurance in your walk, and you'll also have that, I believe, desire to incorporate this in your particular walk, start making that mental shift and have that awareness to bring these two attributes into your life so that you can start having the breakthroughs, can start having the life that you are meant to have, that was predestined for you before time. Okay, now before we dive into that, if you haven't yet, by all means, please do subscribe to the channel, like the content, drop me your feedback. I would love to get back to you. I would love to engage with you with regards to any feedback or insights you might share from your side. Okay, now on this channel, I do provide you with insights from a godly perspective as well as from a coaching perspective, bringing the two together so that I can give you the best of both worlds. Like I said, we're speaking about endurance and perseverance today. And so why is this so important? Why do we need to endure, and what does it actually mean to endure or to persevere through difficulty? A classic example in the Bible is the encounter where Daniel was shown a vision of Israel's future, or the future. God showed him a vision of the future. And he started praying and petitioning with God, and he was going on it relentlessly, praying and praying and praying, and nothing, absolutely nothing was happening for him. Eventually he ended up fainting. The Bible says after 21 days he fainted, he fell to the ground. And at that point, that is when Gabriel came through, and he picked him up from the ground, and he told him that, from the moment that you spoke the word, I was already on my way to you. But unfortunately, I got held up, and if it wasn't for Michael, I would not have been able to break through that particular challenge or that particular difficulty that I had encountered en route to you. And this is very important that we understand that particular principle, because that is something that plays itself out on a day-to-day basis in our lives. You see, the moment we speak something into existence, and Job says it very clearly, you shall decree a thing. So you need to speak the thing, and it will come to pass. See, it doesn't help you holding the thought up here in your head. Yeah, your thoughts do manifest and they do become your reality, but unless you're speaking it, they are not empowered. Right? So you need to speak the word into existence. And the angel told him, the minute you spoke it into existence, I was already on my way. And that's exactly the same thing that happens to you and to me on a day-to-day basis. From the time that we speak our desire, our need, our want into existence, that breakthrough is already en route to us. We just don't have the desire to persevere and to endure through the storms. We take it this way, it's like Peter walking on the water. As long as he was focused on Jesus, he was walking on the water. The minute he took his eyes off Jesus and he started focusing on all the challenges around him, the storms, the waves, and everything else, he started sinking. We do exactly the same thing in our walk. We will get excited about the goal, we will see the goal, we will have that anticipation inside our hearts, but once it starts taking a bit too long to come through for us, we start looking at all the excuses, all the challenges, all the reasons why it cannot come into existence. And the minute we look at these challenges, we are empowering these particular challenges around us. We're empowering the fact that we don't have the finances to start our own business. We're empowering the fact that we do not have the time or the resources. We're empowering the fact that, this is a man's world and you need to be a man in order to succeed, or you need to be this type of person, you need to know particular people in order to get ahead in life. Once we focus on these particular excuses, like Ed Milet says, your obsession becomes your possession. So once you focus on that persistently, that is exactly where all your attention is going to go. That is where all your energy is going to go. That is where your outcomes are going to be in life. What you behold, you will ultimately end up holding. So you need to start making that shift. You need to start making that change in your thinking and start declaring proper things over your life. Most people don't want to accept this. Most people don't even realize this. But every single day of your life, you are making auto suggestions over your life. You are thinking thoughts and you are speaking them into existence. If you find a challenging encounter, you can either say this is very difficult, but I'm going to find a way around this and I'm going to figure out how to do it. Or you can just speak death over it immediately and say, you know what, I can't do this, I give up. And that is what you need to understand. That is the difference between perseverance and endurance and being a quitter in life. Because people that quit in life will never have what is promised to them. They will never break through the walls of Jericho. They will never step into the promised land. You see, the 10 declared that, it's impossible for us to beat these people. They are giants. But only 2 of the spies that were sent in said, you know what? This is our land. This is our inheritance. We shall claim it. And what happened after that? 40 years, these people were wandering in the desert. A generation died in the desert because of wrong declarations over their lives. Because they did not see and understand that you need to persevere, that you need to endure sometimes hardships, sometimes battles, sometimes setbacks in order to get to the next level. Let's say, for example, you're running a business. If you do not have a clear understanding of what it is that you want to achieve with your business, of what the value is that you're trying to provide to your business, you're going to be constantly running into roadblocks. You're going to be constantly facing battles. Your business is going to be a total frustration. You are not going to get to the next level. But the minute you become clear and you start speaking that clarity into existence, you saying, right, at the end of the month, this is the amount of money that my business makes. Or at the end of the year, this is the amount of money that my business makes annually. This is the type of value that my business provides to the people. This is the kind of service and the quality of service that I produce for my customers that makes them want to come back to me and just reinvest themselves or re-immerse themselves back into doing business with me. If you are not clear in that aspect of it, and if it's not written down, if you don't have that understanding, this is why when you apply for finance or a business, you need to have a business plan in place. The bank wants to see that you are serious about how you're going to operate your business. They will not finance you without a business plan. And that's the same thing with God and with your dreams and your ambitions. Unless you have a clear plan written down in place, the Bible says write the vision down plainly. So unless you have a clear plan, a clear vision written down, you won't be able to stand against any storms that comes against you. Your house will be built on sand, and the first storm that comes, your house is going to fall flat. This is why so many of us are still stuck in the valley. We cannot get up to the mountain. We see the mountain in the distance, but we cannot make our way to the mountain or even up the mountain. And that is not God's plans for us. God says the plans that I have for you is to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. So we need to start making that shift. We need to start making that belief. And this doesn't just relate to businesses. This is speaking to your personal life. If you are still stuck in a 9 to 5 where you're living from month to month and your salary is hardly reaching the next day after you got paid, then you need to start making changes. You need to start making decisions in your life, and you need to become clear. Stop being caught up with your wants. You start focusing on what it is that you actually need in your life. Become extremely clear on what it is that you need in your life, why do you need it, and what is going to push you to the next level to achieve that need. When you have clarity in your life, you are empowering yourself to persevere, to endure any hardships that comes your way. But without clarity, you cannot persevere, you cannot walk through the storms. I hope that you're catching what I'm saying on this particular video, because this is extremely powerful insight. And most people that I speak to on a day-to-day basis are still battling with this, and you try to explain this to them, but not everyone is ready to receive the word or understand the word that is being shared with them. So I hope that you are grasping what I'm saying in this particular video, that in order for you to persevere, in order for you to endure, you need to have clarity. You need to have that understanding of what it is that you want to achieve in life. Without absolute clarity, you cannot achieve the goal. You cannot achieve the outcomes that you want in your life. Okay, and again, I always say it's possible. It's possible that you can have the life that you want. Nothing is stopping you. Nothing stands in your way except you. So start declaring properly of your life. Start changing the way you think about how you're interacting with the world around you. And start developing the kind of beliefs and values and attributes that will take you to the next level. So I hope that you got some feedback, some value from this. I hope that I get to hear from you, get to hear your comments. I would love to hear from you. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to engage with you much more. So this is Benny Mac saying change your thinking, change your world.